Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello and welcome along to live coverage of Brighton against Leeds from the Amex Stadium. We've got ourselves a new little look for this, and we're doing this powered, of course, by StreamYard. And, of course, we'll have the chat open for business today. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. We're 15 minutes away from kickoff here at the Amex, and we've got a news ticker as well when you know what's happening during the match. So hopefully we'll have it all there for you this afternoon. And that is a promise. So let's just bear with me while we get the settings up here. Great atmosphere for this game, it has to be said. And, well, not atmosphere, but plenty of things on the line here, I think, that is for sure, at the Amex Stadium. And hopefully we'll be able to get this, get the stream on at the moment. Having one or two technical difficulties, but hopefully we'll be bringing it to you here. And it looks as if we've got the pictures here back for you. Leeds in very good form, having not lost in 5 games, and a very impressive 2-1 victory over Manchester City that really refreshed their parts for their season. They're on 47 points at the moment, Leeds, and their last 5, they've won 3 and drawn their last 2, so they've got plenty about them, Leeds, there's no doubt about that. And they drew 0-0 last time with Manchester United, and Meslier, their goalkeeper, is the youngest ever goalkeeper to pull off 10 clean sheets in a season. And let's hear what they have to say. This is Marco Bielsa speaking before the match to Lindsay Hooper.
What is it about your relationship with Leeds United that you love so much?
Este es su partido 136, tan cómodo que el vínculo que es del vínculo que tiene que lo hace sentir tan cómodo.
Bueno, yo siempre agradezco que Leeds ha tenido mucha paciencia conmigo.
I always appreciate that Leeds has had a lot of patience with me.
Y es una organización muy bien estructurada.
It's an organization that's very well structured.
Y que resuelve todas las necesidades que plantea el fútbol profesional de alta competencia.
And that resolves all the problems that football at this high level proposes.
Y fundamentalmente tiene jugadores de muy buen nivel.
And fundamentally, it's a team who has players of a very good level.
Tyler, 12 points from the last 6 games for Leeds United. I think many thought you might have been fading away by now, but is confidence growing, if anything?
Yeah, of course. I think that's been kind of a theme over the last few years, that people think that we're going to fade away towards the end of the season, and I don't get it this year because we showed it last year that we pushed on even more, and it's showing again this season. So it's credit to the boys and our fitness.
Can I ask you, what is the issue with Calvin Phillips? He's not in the squad.
Usted hizo 2 cambios en el 11. Pregúntate qué pasó con Calvin, ¿por qué no está?
Bueno, Calvin tuvo un golpe de la rodilla.
Calvin picked up a knock behind his knee. And Helder has an injury to his back.
We've watched Brighton quite a bit, to be fair. They're a team where their position in the table doesn't reflect the football that they play and how they play. So it's never going to be easy coming here, and we know it's tough from the last game. So it will be a good game.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
Cheers.
Lindsay Hooper there asking the questions, and we're just and we are almost set to go. Then they're just going through their final preparations here at the moment. He's managed 135 games, Bielsa, won 70 of them, drawn 22 of them, and lost just 43, and has a 51.8% win percentage. And of course, the one promotion they achieved last year, and they achieved it in fantastic style. and have really took to the Premier League after so long away. I water up a duck's back, basically. So they've really done very, very well in terms of how they've adapted to the Premier League and how they've gone about their business. It's been superb. Anyway, let me give you the two lineups very quickly. Well, we've got a few moments. Let's have a look at the teams. And the teams came in some 45 minutes ago. So let me run through them for you. Sanchez is in goal for Brighton. And it looks to me as if they're going to play a back three with Webster, Dunk, the captain, and Ben White, who's a former Leeds United player. And then it's Veltman, Gross, Bissouma, Byrne in the midfield. So they're going to be a four-man midfield spread across. And then Trossard will play in behind the two strikers, which is Maupay and Danny Welbeck. On the bench for Brighton, Steele, Connolly, McAllister, Mulder, Yakambach, Alzate, Izagero, Proper, and Zagiri. As for Leeds, Meunier in goal for them. Kept 10 clean sheets this season, the youngest goalkeeper ever to do that in Premier League history. Halen, Lorente, Koch, and Alawuski across the back. And then a five-man midfield with Struck, who's the holding midfielder. And then four further forward, which is Dallas, Klitsch, Roberts, and Harrison. Patrick Bamford is the main striker. No Calvin Phillips, of course, as you've heard from Bielsa. And on the bench, we've got Casillas, who's the goalkeeper, Ocampo, and Hernandez, Rodrigo, Berardi, Drama, Shackleton, Jenkins, and Huggins. The referee for this one today, Chris Cabinet, who comes all the way from Manchester, so he's travelled a heck of a long way to be here today. Two assistants are Dan Cook and Neil Davis. The fourth official is John Brooks. And we've got the dreaded VAR on, I'm afraid, today. So Jared Gillett will be our man on VAR today. And we are really set fair for what could be a very intriguing game. That is for sure. And we're just going to just use the ticker. So what we're going to do is just have the ticker back on in a second or two. And it's a game really that affects Brighton more than it does Leeds. Of course, Leeds already safe with 47 points and beaten in 5. And we've got Ewan on today. Hello, Ewan, who's a big Trevor Sports fan. I'm very well, Ewan. Nice to have you with us. And it's great to be on board with you today. And we're just trying to sort out one or two things with the tickers. As we await the arrival of the two sets of teams. and we've almost got this sorted out. And now you can. Now we should have it there. Yeah, there we go. We've got the scoreboard and we've got the results ticker as well. So we've all got it sorted out now. We're just waiting now for the teams to arrive and we can get this match underway. And what a game it promises to be. Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, Ewan. It's quite it's very enjoyable to be with you this afternoon. And yeah, last minute change of plan, and with the game being live as well on Amazon Prime, we felt it was very good. But I think the new setup, I came across StreamYard, I did a bit of a football commentary live, discovered StreamYard, and then learned how to do this. So we've, yeah, and there you go. And you've also got the news ticker, which shows you the earlier result, which was Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 2. And of course, there's two other matches taking place this afternoon, which is Chelsea against Fulham at 5:30 and Everton against Aston Villa at 8 o'clock. As we look at I'm just having a look at the shot from above here, the Farmer Stadium, they call it. Well, now it's called the American Express Stadium, or the Amex Stadium. Now, it's a nice new ground. It's one of the nicer new grounds you can see. Graham Potter's men and Marco Bielsa's Leeds. And it's a game that affects the bottom of the table. Leeds in the top half with 47 points. They're ninth now. They're a point above Arsenal in the Premier League table, and they've gained 12 points from their last 6 games. So this really is a tough test. But let's not forget, back on the 16th of January, Brighton beat Leeds 1-0 at Ellen Road. So anything can happen as Luke Ayling leads out Leeds here, down below me here at the Amex Stadium. Leeds will be playing in all maroon this afternoon, their change strip. Brighton, of course, will be playing in their blue and white stripes. So Leeds will come out first and then Brighton as well. And it was also good to see last week in the League Cup final, crowds back. There was 8,000 for the League Cup final at Wembley Stadium. But no crowds today. But I have been told that there may be some crowds returning back towards maybe the last couple of games of the season. There are 5 games to go, and of course, we will here at JB Sports also condemn all sorts of racism, and we back the Premier League campaign against it. There's no room for racism, and if you hear anything like that, challenge it, report it, and sort it out. It would be amazing, because we want to promote anti-racism on this channel. We are a channel, we believe, at JB Sports for all here, as we look at this magnificent Fulham Stadium from the drone that is flying outside. So we're all set fair for a good match today. Don't forget to leave your comments. I will be reading them out as we go along this afternoon, although Russ will not be joining us for the broadcast. He's elsewhere. Right, let's look at the teams. 3-1-4, 3-4-1-2 for Brighton. Robert Sanchez in goal. Then it's Webster, Adam Webster, Lewis Dunk, Ben White, Joe Veltman, Pascal Gross, Bissouma, Dan Burn, and then Leandro Trossard, Neil Maupay and Danny Welbeck. And Trossard will play in behind Maupay and Danny Welbeck in a 5-man midfield with Veltman, Kroos, Bissouma and Burn across it. As for Leeds United, Marcelo Bielsa will play a 4-1-4-1 with Meslier in goal, Ayling the captain, Llorente, Strick, Alewski, Robin Koch, Stuart Dallas, Matthias Klitsch, Tyler Roberts, Jack Harrison and Patrick Bamford. And they'll play a 4-1-4-1. So Koch will play in the anchorman role in the midfield, in the 5-man midfield, with Dallas, Klitsch, Roberts and Harrison further forward. Dallas on the right wing and Harrison on the left, with Bamford the lone striker. On the bench for the Seagulls, it's Steele, Connolly, McAllister, Maupay, Yakambach, Alzati, Izagiro, Proper, and Zagiri. For Leeds, it's Casilia, Ocampo, Hernandez, Rodrigo, Berardi, Dremner, Shackleton, Jenkins, and Huggins. The referee for this one today, Chris Kavanagh, who comes from Manchester. Two assistants are Dan Cook and Neil Davis. The fourth official is Dan Brooks. Yes, it's them dreaded three little initials, VAR. Yep, it's rearing its head again today. We've got Jarrett Gillett, former Australian national, in charge of VAR. And Lee Betts will be his VAR assistant up at Stockley Park this afternoon as the two captains, Aileen and Dunk, come towards the centre circle for the coin toss conducted by Chris Kavanagh of Manchester. They all fist bump everybody. As we see Marcelo Bielsa, what a job he has done at Leeds United. A magnificent achievement. He's had a stunning run as Leeds manager, and Leeds fans will be hoping he'll be there for the foreseeable future. And they're in the Premier League for next season. Brighton's Premier League future still a little up in the air, but 3 points surely would put them safe. And of course, with Fulham to play, if they were to lose, then Fulham would be as good as down. So Leeds in the maroon to get us underway. They will take the obligatory knee, of course, in the ongoing fight against racism. And we at JB Sports, we join in the fight against racism as well. It's got to be said. It's a fight that everyone should battle. We're all anti-racist here on this channel. Everyone is inclusive everywhere in football, not just on JB Sports. And the social media companies have taken the boycott against online abuse as well. But we're live here on JB Sports, live YouTube commentary of this crucial game, more for Brighton than for Leeds. Leeds a point above Arsenal. We play tomorrow, so a big importance for them today. Earlier today, Crystal Palace were beaten 2-0. As the ball is knocked forward there towards Mopai, who tries to keep it in by the byline. Brighton attacking the goal to our right in the first half, incidentally. He's been penalised, Mopai, and a free kick to Leeds United with just shy of 40 seconds gone. There's Graham Potter towards the end of his second full season as Brighton manager. Done a very reasonable job since taking over from Chris Hughton nearly 2 years ago. Has done absolute wonders with Brighton. It's not an easy team to keep up. Of course, it's been very difficult with no crowds in this season, and a lot of home matches have been lost here. And that's probably what's affected Liverpool's form this season in their title defence. They play Manchester United, incidentally, at Old Trafford tomorrow. As Bielsa takes his little seat that he takes with him there and parks it on the technical area so we can have a right close-up view of the game. As the ball is knocked forward by Alowski, looking towards Harrison, but he's lost possession, and then in came Veltman, who went down, but it's a Brighton throw with just less than 2 minutes gone. Please keep your comments flowing in, and I'll give you a shout out as we go along this afternoon. And of course, we've got the ticker going at the moment, the Premier League ticker. And of course, well, we've got the scoreboard now. This is a JB Sports Fest here, which is quite good. So we're making new ground, new history here on JB Sports as the ball is played out towards Aileen on the far side, and then the ball is knocked forward by Dallas with his conceded has got a throw. This is Pascal Strick. He's making his fourth consecutive start for Leeds United today. He's had a good run in the side, doing magnificently well. As Aileen, the Leeds United captain, takes his throw in then far side. 2 minutes 40 gone here at the Amex Stadium. And we've got the scoreboard, latest scoreboard there on the screen. But if Sue's listening, we will still give you the score every so often. And it's Brighton 0, Leeds United 0 in the first half. Ball out to play for a Brighton throw. Just over midway inside the half of the Leeds half of the field. Yeah, thank you, Ewan. It feels like you're watching Final Score or Sky Sports News, for that matter, as the throw comes in. And we've got a little banner of the 2 club badges as well in the centre as well. Bradford 0, Scunthorpe 0 is a later score. And there's Stuart Dallas, number 15, doing magnificently well this season. I think Leeds have had a truly magnificent season. They were as high as third at one point, covered them at Villa Park when they won very convincingly against Aston Villa. They've been a bit inconsistent with the results, but they've done enough, more than enough, really, over the course of the season to garner enough points. 47 is not a bad achievement for a newly promoted side, even after 16 years back. It's been an amazing season as Dunk wins it for Brighton, but he's lost out to the other number 5, which is Robin Koch, and he goes past one man towards the halfway line, and he was tripped from behind. Free kick, says Mr. Kavanagh. And it's taken quickly to Alawuski now, who goes over the halfway line on the left-hand side. The ball threaded through now towards Klitsch. Left-hand side gets the crossing, but he's miscued it completely, and it sails over Sanchez's crossbar and behind for a Brighton goal kick. We're just coming up towards 4.5 minutes gone. Leeds United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. There's Marcelo Bielsa looking for inspiration down on the floor there as the kick is taken by Sanchez towards the right-hand side. Ball is out of play now, however, and it's a throw-in to Leeds United in the old maroon strip. Ailing to take it. Going up to the 5-minute mark of this first half then, and 0-0 as Koch goes down, but no foul given. Here's a chance now for Gross to take possession, and he finds number 3 Ben White, a former Leeds United player, of course. How he'd love to put one on his old employers this afternoon. Fantastic atmosphere. Well, no atmosphere here, but if there was crowds in, it would be a fantastic atmosphere. I think that's been one of the downsides of the football season, really, that the crowd haven't been there. Of course, for obvious reasons and for understandable reasons. Hopefully next season that will all change. And, of course, the Euros coming up as well will hopefully have the crowds back for the latter stages of that tournament. And how we will need them more than ever now as Brighton come charging forward with Pascal Gross. Gross towards the middle. And a chance here now. A chance in the side of the area. And Mopai trying to get it onto his left foot, and he does so, and he gets the shot in. And a good save from Meslier, having to dive across there a little bit. In fact, the ball was played in there. And it wasn't Mopai, it was Trossard rather. Trossard lining it up, but it was an easy save there for the goalkeeper, and it remains 0-0 at the Amex Stadium. Brighton and Hove Albion and Leeds United battling it out. Here's Danny Welbeck now. Far side. Welbeck has got support here from Basuma. Basuma might hit it. Basuma shoots, it deflects, and it bounces away. Now number 34 has it. Veltman. Veltman in towards the edge of the penalty area. Had to cut inside. Gross has got it on the right. Can Gross get the cross in? He can. It's behind everybody. The shot came in. Bounced it around a little bit. Now Basuma again. Brighton starting on the front foot. Welbeck has it on the edge of the box. Thought about the shot. Then the ball played back in there from Gross. And then the shot from, I think it was Mopai, straight down the throat of Trossard again, rather. Straight down the throat of Meslier, who's made 2 comfortable saves, but has been tested. Brighton started to get on top. Live here on JB Sports. And that's a foul there on Tyler Roberts by Veltman. Free kick to Leeds United on the left-hand side, inside the half of Brighton and Hove Albion. Clear obstruction there by the Brighton player. So a free kick. And it's going to be Harrison to take it. Jack Harrison will flop the free kick in from the left-hand side. Nearest to us. 0-0 here on the game. Live and exclusive YouTube commentary coming to you from the Amex Stadium. Koch now to redeliver the ball in there, or rather Klitsch, to redeliver, and it's a corner kick. Nodded away by Lewis Dunk for the corner. And a good, lovely ball in there, and it came out to Klitsch. The teasing ball in there, and Dunk, the experienced hand, got him back there. And now, after a good start from Brighton, it's Leeds' turn now to lay siege to the Brighton end of the ground. They're attacking the goal, incidentally, to our left. 8.5 minutes gone. Brighton 0, Leeds 0. Here comes the corner. In it goes towards the penalty area, headed away by a Brighton head. Alaruski trying to get on the end of that, but it's Brighton who win it now with Trossard. Trossard turning. Good football this from Brighton. Now Dan Burn's got it on the near side. On the Brighton right, and then he sprays a lovely ball out towards the far side, and it's number 4, Adam Webster, and he goes down the left-hand side here. 9 gone. 0-0 is the score here. Brighton and Leeds in the Premier League, rather, from the Amex Stadium. And JB Sports live commentary here. The ball knocked forward, and the headers are being won there, and the ball bounces to Lewis Dunk, the experienced skipper of Brighton and Hove Albion, a terrific campaigner, of course. And here goes Mopai towards the edge of the area. He's got Trossard for company. In there towards Welbeck. The flag may have been a little suspiciously offside. They have to play on, of course. Welbeck now on the edge of the area. Ball comes out. Chances here now on the edge of the area for Gross. Hits it right-footed, hits the defender. Still 0-0 here. Now it's Brighton's turn to attack. Coming up to 10 minutes played. And the ball knocked away, and in goes number 34 there, and that's Veltman. I think he's handled the ball. And a free kick to Leeds with 10 minutes gone in the first half. And there's one or two dark clouds ascending here, and also a few seagulls on the top of the roof of the stadium as well. Oh, how we love to be beside the seaside. Anyway, it's a goal kick and a free kick, and it's Melier now. Phillips' impact on Leeds, 8 games without him, 2 wins and 6 losses, with only a 25% win percentage when you have, and 12 wins from 25 games with him, and only 8 defeats. So it shows how much they rely on Calvin Phillips. Anyway, here's Danny Welbeck coming forward. Finds Gross, 30 yards from goal, tries to thread a ball through, breaks to Veltman on the right-hand side. Back to Gross again. Lovely football now, and there was a little shove in the back there. The referee, Mr. Kavanagh, didn't spot it, and in the end it came off a Brighton player, Veltman, and a throw-in to Leeds United. Michael Bielsa taking a cup of what looks to be a cup of tea. I've had him down as a tea drinker, but there you go. And Lewinsky takes the throw. 0-0 is the score. And the ball given away once again. And a chance now for Veltman to get it forward, looking towards Mopai and Danny Welbeck, respectively. They do play decent football, Brighton and Hove Albion. And it's really sad to see them down at the bottom of the table, because they are one of the more entertaining and more enterprising sides in the Premier League this in the last certainly the couple of years. They certainly played very well when Chris Hughton was the manager. Mopai is going to free kick, a very astute signing that from Graham Potter, signed from Brentford, of course. And in a free kick there off Jack Harrison. So a free kick now to Brighton on the near side, rather, the nearest to us, the right-hand side as we look, and it's going to be Pascal Gross, the German, to take the free kick. Gross, number 13, steps up, hits it right foot, and it's a diabolical free kick, which could actually turn out okay for Brighton, because there's a penalty given. A penalty has been given. Foul, I think, on Welbeck. Chris Kavanagh didn't have any doubt at all, and Laruski was the man who was penalised. He appeals the decision. I'm sure VAR will check it. But I think Chris Kavanagh didn't have many doubts about it. Well, let's see. Right. Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I think he's trying to stop him there. It's a difficult one to really say. Was Welbeck looking for it? Was Alaruski obstructing him? Well, it's going to be a tricky one for VAR. It's one of those penalties, if you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I think the penalty will stand. And Leeds will be furious, understandably so. But anyway, Pascal Gross has got the ball on the spot. The penalty will be given. And Brighton, who need the points to stay in the division, and there'll be a few anxious looks from West London, from Fulham, at this moment in the game. 12 yards. It's going to be right-footed. Pascal Gross against Ilan Melier. This for 1-0 Brighton. Short run up and he scores brilliantly into the right-hand corner. And Brighton have taken the lead. And, well, just when they needed it most, Brighton have the lead by 1-0. And what a moment that could be in their season. Terrific penalty from Pascal Gross to the goalkeeper's right-hand side. And that really gives Brighton lift off now in the Premier League. 1-0 they lead. And there we go. It's a great penalty with just shy of 14 minutes gone. A terrific penalty. And a moment to savour for Pascal Gross. And it's a moment that Brighton really wanted at that moment in time, because that penalty, it's a difficult one to call really from a commentator's point of view, because if you look at it, it's a bit 50-50 really when you look at it. And you know, you'd be happy if you got it, but you'd be disappointed if it was given against you, I suppose. And so I could see both sides of the argument, but Chris Cowan made the crucial decision, and he gave it Brighton's way, and they lead now as a result of that by 1-0. We've just lost the string for a second or two, but we will endeavour to get that back for you in just a second or two. Just having one or two technical itches here at the Amex Stadium. We will be back with you in a minute or two. One 1-0 is the scoreline. And Brighton really deserve that on the balance of play. I'm sure Russ won't agree, but I think it's the right decision. I think it was just about the right decision there, but it was a tough one as regards regarding VAR, because if you look at it logically, it was quite a tough decision really on the viewpoint of the referee, and we're just having some technical problems here at the Amex Stadium, but we will endeavour to get them back for you as soon as we can. And we are back live with you now, and we're back with a Leeds United corner, hopefully. And yes, we're just having technical issues, but we will keep going here. And we are back live, hopefully now, with the action in just a second. As our Leeds have a chance now from this corner kick to hit back straight away if they can. And it's going to be number 22, Jack Harrison, to take it on the far side. 17 minutes gone, and it was a poor corner, really. And Leeds just need to, of course, they're still challenging for Europe, so this really does affect European football for Leeds. And what a fillip for them. They could end up in the Europa League mix. Anyway, it's back with Veltman now for Brighton, who lead by 1-0, remember, live on JB Sports. First half, we've been playing 18 minutes. Brighton 1, Leeds 0 is the scoreline. Earlier today, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 2. They're nearly there now in terms of winning the Premier League and the second part of a possible treble later today. Brighton's rivals Fulham are in action against Chelsea in the West London derby. That's at 5:30. And Everton against Aston Villa is at 8 p.m. Those are the fixtures today in the Premier League. Here at the Amex, it's 1-0 to Brighton and Hove Albion. Great moment for Brighton, having got that penalty. It's a 50-50 decision. So as things stand, Brighton will be up to 14th. They do go above Burnley and Southampton, but it would move them so near now to being... to staying up. but Leeds will have something to say about it now. They will not give in, Leeds United. So at the moment, as things stand, with just shy of 20 minutes gone, Brighton are on course to do the double. Here's Dallas now for Leeds on the far side. Looking to get away from a couple of Brighton defenders. Picks out Strick. And Strick now coming forward finds Alawuski. And he in turn finds Harrison on the left-hand side, the Leeds left-hand side. And then the ball has to go back to Strick again. And in turn finds Llorente, who tries an audacious attempt from just inside his own half, which clears the crossbar by quite a long way. Sanchez wasn't really troubled by it. In fact, he cleared it just inside the Leeds half, or attempted to strike it inside the Leeds half, and hit it well over the top. If it had been rugby, they'd have got 3 points for that. Got all 3 points for Wigan analogy there. But in the football, we only get one. You only get one in this game, and we've got one goal scored by Brighton from the penalty spot. Ball knocked away by Llorente, and the ball knocked forward there by Koch. And again, Llorente battling Koch, flicking it on, can't find Bamford. And now the ball breaks to Basuma inside the centre circle, tries to get the goal past 3 or 4 Marine Leeds defenders, and ends up going into trouble as Bamford comes away now. Bamford, he's got Harrison to his left-hand side, and he picked out Jack Harrison. 2 in the maroon in the middle. Harrison with the cross end. Oh my goodness, it's almost a comedy of errors in the Brighton defence between Dan Burn and Lewis Dunk. And it could have so easily cost the Seagulls an equalising goal here. It's a lovely counter-attack from Leeds United. The cross shouldn't have caused too many problems, and Dan Burn, in fact, and Veltman and Sanchez got in each other's way, and it would have been a comedy of errors. It would have been a calamitous goal if that had gone in there. As we come towards the halfway mark of the first half, Brighton 1, but Leeds 0. Here comes the corner, fisted away by Sanchez, but not very far. And oh dear, Brighton all of a sudden making heavy weather of things in the Premier League. They lead 1-0, but it's certainly a precarious Leeds, because Leeds are coming back into this. And here they are inside the penalty area. Shot comes in, and it's a good take by Sanchez. As the shot came in from the right-hand side there, and he gets the ball looking towards number 11, Trossard, and he can't be found. And Alawuski now picks up the loose ball. 1-0 it is to Brighton. And it really has been one of those occasions where it just has been that way, really. Brighton 1, Leeds 0. Terrific atmosphere here on JB Sports, Premier League Live. Weekend commentary here. A terrific game. It could be in prospect. Plenty of goals potentially here as Bamford looks to try and get through past Lewis Dunk, but the ball is back to Sanchez as we come up towards the halfway mark of the first half. As Sanchez kicks along, but he kicks out of play again on the far side. That wasn't a good kick early by Sanchez. This is the penalty again. Possible penalty, although Welbeck does make a meal of it. No doubt about the penalty, although Meslier was very close to getting to Gross's penalty, which nestles sweetly into the left-hand corner of the net. And it's 1-0 to Brighton. 50-50 decision. I'm sure Russ Vernon will have his own ideas on that at some point. But that's what happened. That's a bad refereeing at Southampton last night when they drew 1-1 with Leicester. Robert Jones, who gave some questionable decisions against Burnley at Ellen Road when Burnley and Leeds met earlier on, when Leeds won by 1-0. Robert Jones really made some rickets there. He certainly made a few last night as well, wrongly sending off Vestergaard. How is he still a Premier League referee? I've no idea. But anyway, here come Leeds. Chris Kavanagh so far has done okay. He's not refereed it too badly. Gross takes possession. And again, good football once again from both sides, but it's given away to Ayling, the captain. back to number 14, Llorente. Llorente now on to Koch, or rather Struck, I should say, and Alarowski now for Leeds, into Harrison. Harrison back to Koch, who chips it in there, and it's a good ball. Alarowski's kept it in from on the touchline, and he's battling with it with Trossard. And Leeds get the decision, I think. Or do they? I think it's a goal kick. With 24 rather, and a half minutes gone. And, well, he thought it might have been a corner, possible corner. And in fact, it is a corner. Not to tell in those situations. Anyway, here comes the corner now, near side. Alien makes a run deep there, and again, good defending from Brighton and Hove Albion. Terrific defending from them as they keep the ball alive now. Leeds with Klitsch, and he plays a lovely long ball in towards the Brighton area, and there's a foul there on one of the Brighton defenders. It was Ben White, the ex-Leeds defender. A free kick to Brighton and Hove Albion, who lead by a goal to nil on 13 minutes. Pascal Gross, the German, with a penalty given for them for a foul on Welbeck. And they have dropped 20 points from winning positions, and the second worst at doing that. Southampton have dropped the more points. Tottenham have also dropped 20, Fulham 18, and Liverpool a whopping 15. The champions have dropped a lot of points from winning positions. And if they just held on in some of these games, Brighton, you'd think as Ayling has gone down there, and the referee across to try and sort things out. It was Dan Burn involved. A battle going on there. Oh, it's clouted Ayling there on the far side, hasn't he? I wouldn't be surprised when he's ducked his head in. That may have saved Dan Burn in a lot of ways, because that did look a very, very sort of crude kick. But I'm pleased to say Ayling is okay. VAR checked it, and I think Dan Burn is a little bit lucky as Melier plays sweeper keeper on the edge of the area with two Brighton players in amongst it now, but he's found a Leeds player, and they're having to play up on the back here, Leeds. And Alarowski gets it now right-hand side, gets the ball left-hand side, gets the ball forward. Harrison, good football, and I think that's been kept in by Koch. The linesman was quite happy about that. Didn't go across the line, according to me, and I'm nearer that touchline, and that's been kept in perfectly well by Pascal Gross on the Brighton right-hand side. Nearest to us. Here's number 34, Veltman. Veltman turning, 27 gone. But he hasn't kept it in this time. And a throw into Leeds United about 10 yards in. In fact, it was kept in, but the ball was just a little bit overhit. So hence the reason why. So just to remind you, there's two more games coming up today. Not live on JB Sports, obviously, but elsewhere, of course. And we'll try and keep your comments rolling in. Of course, we'll have the JB Man of the Match as well. And we'll keep that going as well for you. So 1-0 as we go into the 28th minute of the first half then. Brighton 1, Leeds United 0. Here comes the throw. Harrison battling there. 61% possession Leeds, 39% Brighton. Here comes Bamford now from halfway inside the Brighton half. Brings Ayling into it. Left-hand side, chips the ball in, but not a very good header away. And Harrison could strike this. Strikes it left-footed, but strikes it well wide of the far right-hand post. And a goal kick. It is to Brighton. It wasn't a particularly good header away by the Brighton defender as the shot came in from Harrison. It looked as if he was going to try and hit it. I think it was Veltman with a header only half away. And, well, it would have been a superb goal from Harrison if he had found the far right-hand corner with that, but not to be. And it's still Brighton 1, Leeds 0 at the moment as we come up towards the closing stages of the first half here as Sanchez kicks away. And the ball out of play on the far side. And much for Marcelo Bielsa to ponder here as we now go into the final, as we head towards the final quarter of an hour of this first half. We'll take our customary 15-minute break here on JB Sports. That gives me a chance to refresh and unwind and go again with the live coverage of the second half here at the Amex Stadium as Alarouski knocks the ball forward, but that's too far forward, and Sanchez, who's under no great pressure, just gets the ball and then just plays a short pass out there to one of the Brighton defenders. Bielsa's now put his buffet seat back and now stands crouched down on the technical area just in front of me here as Welbeck takes possession. As we go past the half-hour mark, 15 to play here at the Amex Arena here as the ball is played forward, and it's Ben White coming forward. White chips it in there, headed away, but he's just about doing enough and get it away. And then the ball hits Gross and bounces out for a throw-in. Veltman will take it now here for Brighton and Hove Albion, who lead 1-0. We'll go in the 13th minute from the penalty spot. The true difference between these two sides. And Gross, the goal scorer, does magnificently well. Gets the crossing, little deflection. Oof. Millier wasn't certain. There was a player coming in at the near post. I think it was Mopai or Trossard. It could have been either, and as well. And it almost led to an equalising goal. Anyway, here's Jack Harrison now on the ball for Leeds. Left-hand side, and he's got Alarouski up in the overlap, but he's lost possession there. And here they come again, Brighton. They are a good team to watch, but here's Kutch now for Leeds. He's given the ball away this time, and at the moment it's Bissouma out to Trossard to get the ball back now, and just to remind you that Manchester City are not far away from winning this Premier League title. They won 2-0 today at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, and Brighton know that this result, if they were to get it, would more or less keep them in the Premier League for next season. But here's Ayling with a cross for Leeds, and it's a corner kick to Leeds. 32 gone. 13 minutes plus stoppage time to play in the first half. Brighton 1, Leeds United 0 is the scoreline here on JB Sports. Live Premier League commentary at the moment. Let's see what will happen here now as we go towards the end of the first half then. Don't forget, keep your comments coming in, folks. We will read them out on the air for you. And, of course, we'll need you guys in the second half to vote for our JB Man in the Match. And I'll put another banner out and we'll put a little ticker out explaining what you need to do as well as that ball comes in towards the area away by Byrne. And that will go for a corner to Leeds. And there we go. Off Dan Byrne, and it's a corner. So here we go then, another chance, Nan. Can Leeds get the equaliser? There's a line of about 5 maroon Leeds shirts there, including Bamford inside the area as the corner comes in from the near side. The ball breaks to the edge of the area. Shot comes in. The appeal hands, but the referee doesn't want to know. Tyler Roberts thought there might have been a handball there as he struck the shot with his right foot, but referee Chris Kavanagh of Manchester didn't want to know. And he will take the throw for Leeds, who trail while go to 0. 13th minute. Pascal Gross got it. And here's Roberts again. Ayling now. Can he get a good cross in? It's a low one. Turned away for a Leeds corner off Dan Byrne. They're looking very sharp now, Leeds. They just need a bit of a break in that final third. I don't think you can give a penalty for that against Dan Burn. It's coming towards his face. His arms are down. I think that would have been rather harsh for that penalty to have been given. Anyway, the corner's taken short and the ball played in there. And again, Burn heading it away. A very tall figure. He's about 6'1", 6'2". Dan Burn, formerly of Fulham. And he got that right-hand side cross away from Roberts. As the ball was taken, corner was taken quickly there. It wasn't Tyler Roberts, it was Aylin's cross rather. And he got the cross and he got the header away fantastically well. Dallas again to try from the other side now, the near side, and this one should be Sanchez's and Needs. Good, confident catch there as we come towards the final 10 minutes plus injury time at the end of the first half, as we see a replay of that beautiful take there from the Brighton goalkeeper. And he kicks out of his penalty area. Coming up towards 35 and a half minutes. Ball knocked forward and hopefully forward. And there's a Leeds player down there. And I can't really tell who it might be. I'm guessing it's number 14, Llorente. Dan Burn involved again. He's been near there and everywhere, the Brighton defender did today. Definitely took him out, and it was definitely a free kick there, although Llorente might have made a little bit more of it than it needed to be, but that's the norm now in Premier League football these days. Leeds, of course, have been lost 3 or 4 of their greatest sons in the last year or two. Peter Lorimer, Jack Charlton, Norman Hunter, just 3 of them. Part of that Don Revie side of the late 60s and early 70s, which conquered all and sundry before them. The only trophy they never won in Revie's time now was the European Cup. And I wonder if they would have won 1975 if Revie was still the manager. It was Jimmy Armfield who got them to that final. Of course, Brian Clough had them for 44 days. Came from Brighton, in fact, to take the job at Ellen Road. But it never quite worked out for him, as history has proven. Anyway, here's Pascal Gross from the side for Brighton, and he wins a throw-in off Robin Koch. Okay, Veltman launch one into the penalty area then. Brighton, who could move now to 37 points, 10 above Fulham. Fulham have a game in hand, of course. As the ball comes into the penalty area. Be a terrific result now. Gross now. That's gone behind. It will be a corner again to Brighton off Robin Koch. 37 minutes gone and still Brighton lead by a goal to 0. We've got the ticker with the result from today and the reminder of 2 later fixtures for you. You'll be able to watch on television a little bit later on. This is Brighton's first corner. Leeds have had 8. So the 9th corner of the contest, and Gross to take it, but that doesn't look on the quadrant to me on that near side. If it is, it's very minutely on the line. Anyway, and it is just on the line as that ball comes in. Lewis Dunk was up there. The referee says no penalty. Oh, now he's blown for a free kick. I think he's blown now. I think Dunk has taken one there. It was purely accidental inside that penalty area. A little concern there for Potter, the manager of Brighton. Dunk's a strong boy. Let's have a look then at the replay. I'm sure VAR will check it. Yeah, I think it was a clash with his own player. I think number 4, Adam Webster, which caused the injury. Definitely not a penalty, but I think the referee was right on the spot and had to stop it because he took a nasty one there, Lewis Dunk. And he's a tough old campaigner, Lewis. Brighton through and through, of course. Very highly rated centre-back as Melier now has possession under pressure there from Neil Maupay. And has to knock it out on halfway into the 2 dugouts there, beneath me here. So the throw taken from Beltman. The ball knocked back once again. Beltman gets it just on the near side there. That should go out of play for a Leeds throw in. It does. 6 minutes plus stoppage time to play at the end of the first half here at the Amex Stadium on JB Sports. From the Amex Stadium. A great first half it has been for Brighton and Hove Albion. And it's been a sort of a fast-paced sort of game. Beltman tripped. But it's there, and there's a mistake and off. Well, I'm completely lost for words. Trossard had practically an open goal. There was a mistake there somewhere amongst the Leeds defenders. The ball went loose to Trossard. I think they were trying to play. The goalkeeper, Melier, played it to one of the Leeds defenders who gave it straight to Welbeck. And then the ball played back, and Trossard, with practically half a goal to aim at, absolutely blazed it over the bar, and a goal kick it was. And now it's dunked, getting it back to the opposite number, Sanchez. We've seen some real calamities in this game. That was a calamitous miss. And it'd be something, if you're not watching the game, it might be something you may want to watch later on Match of the Day, because it was a poor miss. Anyway, Alaruski has it on the left-hand side for Leeds United. Inside the last 5 minutes, they trailed by a goal to nil. Can they find themselves an equalising goal here? Been a very tough examination for Leeds so far. They really have tried and get back into the game, and they've come close on a number of occasions. But Brighton still holding the lead as don't get it back to Sanchez. Why do defenders like to play up from the back? Plus rule of the game, really, when you're taught as a youngster in this country, put your foot through it. Anyway, here's Ben White, the ex-Leeds centre-back, and he's tearing down the right-hand side in his cutting field. He's beaten 4 or 5 men. It's got to the byline. But unfortunately for him, has ran out of pitch, and it's a goal kick with 4 and a bit, just shy of 4 minutes plus stoppage time in the first half still to go. As we see again, that charge there from Ben White. You can see why they got him in for Leeds. He's not just a centre-back. He can run, and he's got some terrific skill as well. That's I'm just sitting there. A very good example of, but it just came to nothing really for Brighton. We still lead by a goal to nil, incidentally. 1-0, 13th minute. And here's Danny Welbeck inside the area. Chance here for number 2. Welbeck shoots. Oh, just wide. Just wide of the right-hand post. That should have been number 2 for Brighton. With 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And how big that miss could be now. Right, left-footed shot. Across Melier's goal. And it must have been no more than 6 inches past that right-hand post. And, well, Graham Potter knows that if that goes in, Brighton have got themselves into a cracking position going into half-time. But as it is, it's still anyone's guess now as we have Leeds now attacking now. 8 attempts, 3 on target, 5 attempts Leeds, 2 on target. So we've seen plenty of opportunities for both sides to score goals this afternoon. But it's Brighton 1, Leeds 0, as Alaruski knocks the throw ball in there once again. And it comes back out now, this time to Llorente. Finds Ayling on the far side. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to play the first half. And a good run there from Ayling inside the area. It might go all the way, and the shot comes in, but it's blocked away. Roberts pricks the ball up, feeds Alaruski. Decent-looking cross from the left-hand side. In goes Robin Cox with a header. And the ball will break to clicks now as Leeds lay siege in the final 90 seconds of the first half. And we'll all need a break at half-time as Roberts tries to reload again. Comes to Ayling, the captain of Leeds United. And that's a poor ball from his high standards. And now Mopai can just shield the ball and bring it away for Brighton if he can. Welbeck, unfortunately, runs out of pitch. And now we've got a throw-in now. Robin Koch takes possession. And unfortunately, we've lost it now. And here we go with 1 minute to go. The ball now back with Melier. So a real problem now for Leeds now, but they're still involved. They've been making chances, so it's all up for grabs now as we go towards the end of the first half. Terrific first half here at the Amex Stadium. We've got still 30 seconds plus time added on to play here. And a fantastic performance it has been from both sides here at the Amex this afternoon. A terrific performance. And here is Pascal Gross, the goal scorer around 13 minutes from the penalty spot after Welbeck was adjudged to have been brought down. But that's the way the state of play is at the moment here. We'll also have the full classified check as well at full time as well. We're going to have 1 extra minute from the fourth official, which is John Brooks today. And really, there's been a real tough examination of Brighton's relegation fight and their credentials for it. If they can go in holding this lead at the break, then it's a great fillip for them. Back with Melier again. A second goal would just be a perfect tonic as well. Well, let's just see. Here's Alawuski now for Leeds. Alawuski bundles forward, and he was bundled there by Trossard, but no free kick given by referee Kavanagh. And Gross now leads the counter-attack. Trossard now to the right. Trossard with a first-time cross and turned away by the defender Llorente. We've got about 10 seconds plus stoppage time, 10 seconds of stoppage time to go at the end of the first half here. And we'll take a 10-minute break. It's a Brighton throw. We have played the 1 minute, and that will be that. Graham Potter makes his way down the tunnel here at the Amex Stadium, and it's a penalty from Pascal Gross that separates the two sides after Alawuski was adjudged by the referee Chris Kavanagh and obviously confirmed by VAR to have brought down Danny Welbeck in the penalty area. So we're going to take a 15-minute break here at the Amex Stadium with the halftime score here at the Amex here on this fantastic live stream for you here on JB Sports via StreamYard. It's Brighton 1, Leeds 0, and we'll be back in 15 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Amex Stadium for the start of the second half, and it still remains 1-0 as you can see. Well, you will be seeing in a second because we're going to re-show that now. You're just looking at the man of the match vote at the moment, and now we are right back with you now for the second half in a few moments from now. We're just waiting to get going in the second half here at the Amex Stadium, where Brighton are leading by a goal to nil. Pascal Gross, the goal scorer on 13 minutes, has given Brighton the lead. And of course, we've got the live chat for you. And of course, JB man of the match, which you've had a little reminder of then, just a moment or two ago. So we're practically all set to go now as regards the second half in just a second or two. And of course, name of the player and hashtag it JBMLTM. That will be coming up to you in about the 60th minute. No changes around the players as I can see as we await to start the game. Just having one or two hitches in the technical department as we get ready to restart the second half. And we are back live and underway. We've just had about a minute in to the second half, and we're off and running again. As Sanchez now, Brighton attacking the goal to the right, left in the second half. So away we go then. We've been underway for 2 minutes, and we've got Ocampo on, I think, for Leeds. And Ocampo has now come on, and we'll tell you who's replaced in a second. But this is the number 7 who's just come on. And Bielsa obviously throwing at it at half time. Obviously has to. And we'll just break away and just check who he's replaced, because we've just got back to you now for the second half. Harrison is going to take the corner. And here it comes. Harrison into the area, knocked away once more. Koch is there, and it's back with Dallas. Now the ball is on the far side, and here goes the number 7. This brilliant Ocampo, and he's won himself a corner. In fact, it's a goal kick rather. So let's just check what's going on then with the substitutions. Most goals between 46 and 60th minute. The Leeds have scored 11 goals. They're only the second behind Manchester City, who have 14 at the moment. So Alawuski is off, and Proveda has come on, and Stuart Dallas has now moved over to left back, I'm told. And that is the halftime change we can tell you about then. So it's all been confirmed. So we are now back live with you now as the ball is headed forward by Ayling, or headed back by Ayling rather, down in the near side, and then the ball not forward, and that should be Lewis Dunks. It is. Now here's a chance for Ben White, the ex-Leeds defender, to come tearing forward here. Plays a 1-2 there, but loses possession, and the ball out of play. So a throw-in it is to Brighton. 13 minutes to go was timed at by Pascal Gross as Leeds look to try and get back in this game. 1-0 is the score. And don't forget, between the 60th and 90th minute, we'll have your votes for man of the match, JB man of the match. And that was the caption. You may have seen the caption at halftime just explaining what we're going to do. And the ball now comes to Dan Burn. Burn turns away from Ocampo. And now the ball threaded back now to number 5, Lewis Dunk, who charges forward from halfway towards the edge of the Leeds area. And Maupai's in a bit of space. So too is Trossard. Trossard has possession. Just has to be pulled away towards the far side, the Brighton right-hand side as we look here. Now a chance now for Brighton to come herring forward again. A little chip forward in there towards Welbeck. Dan Burn was coming into the far post. But Ilian Melier with a very good take, and he's getting Luke Ayling away. It was a good throw out by the goalkeeper. Did magnificently well, and Ayling has won his team a throw. It's not been a good day out by the seaside for Leeds United thus far. 1-0, they lead. Basuma, or Brighton lead anyway. Basuma's gone down in a heat there, and the referee, after a little bit of a 2-second delay to think about things, has decided to give the free kick to Brighton, and Basuma's in a little bit of agony down there below me. Well, I think that's a bit harsh, actually, to be fair. I think he makes a bit more of it, Basuma, than it needs to. Provida penalised. It looks a bit of an unfortunate one, if I'm being honest, or rather Ocampo, as the ball is sprayed in there. And Welbeck's got a chance. And the goalkeeper only half saved it. And in the end, it was hooked away off the line by Dallas, I think. And that could have easily been that second Brighton goal and the insurance policy that would have gone with that. But it still remains 2-0. It was a quick free kick. It was Lewis Dunk with a free kick. The flag stayed down. I think Ayling was playing a lot onside, and Melier got a good touch. It took it away from Neil Mopai and Trossard as well. So really, it was a bit of, even though it was half saved by Melier, it turned out to be an important save. So with 6 minutes gone in the second half, Brighton leading still by a goal to 0 live on JB Sports. We've got the full classifieds coming up at around 5 o'clock for you. And then we'll try and get a little bit of post-match reaction if we can to events here at the Amex. Of course, there's a lot of championship football being played, and of course we can tell you all about that a little bit later on as well in our programme, which will be running until about 20 past 5 this afternoon. Free kick. Ayling to take the free kick for Leeds United. Chalk on the back of his shirt there. Dan Burn again fouling. His foul rate has been tossing up a little bit. That's been a bit of a battle royal on that near side touchline. Dan Burn and Luke Ayling, they've had a little bit of a tussle there in that first, certainly in the first half on the far side, and certainly more so in the second half on the near side. But it's still Brighton leading by a goal to 0, and it's a slender lead, but they could have doubled it at the start of the second half. And if they keep missing chances, then this could come back to haunt them as the ball comes charging forward. And here is Klitsch now into Ocampo. And Ocampo finds Klitsch again. Right-hand side, that's a deeper cross, but there was nobody in my room. But Harrison has picked the ball up. Feeds number 15, Stuart Dallas. Now Cox trying to get Harrison away, and he miscontrols it right by the corner quadrant. And the ball is out of play. And a goal kick it is to Brighton and Hove Albion with 53 and a half minutes almost played of the second half at the Amex Stadium. We've got the scoreboard there. We've got the results and fixtures ticker at the bottom of the screen. And you're very welcome to comment as well. Don't forget, man of the match. At around about the 60th minute mark, we'll be asking you for the last half an hour of this match this afternoon to pick your JB Man of the Match award winner. Name of the player, please. And then you hashtag it with JB MLTM. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people wanting a few votes here. Here's Ocampo now, the number 7. That's what we've got on our team sheet. Of course, there's a completely different name on the back of his shirt, which I'll explain in a minute, because here's Basuma, who's had a terrific game so far. Mopai intercepts. Now Ocampo rather takes possession again. Lovely football now by the substitute. He's having a good little spell here for Leeds. Here's Tyler Roberts chipping it towards the far side, and Dallas will keep that in. Good control by Dallas, but the cross is poor. Bamford was nowhere near it, as Sanchez had the freedom of the Brighton penalty area to take stock and take the ball very comfortably in, and Brighton still lead by 1-0 as we go into the 55th minute of the game. So the 10-minute mark of the second half will have been played by then, as the goalkeeper kicks clear from the edge of the area, headed away or headed back rather. And here's Robin Koch now for Leeds. Finds Laurenti. Can Dallas find something? He's gone now, as I say, to left back now with the substitution. Was playing on the left-hand side of midfield, but he's obviously had to come back now. Bamford's got 14 goals this season. Quite a way behind Harry Kane. He was the top English goal scorer. Then Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy, and Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa complete the top 5. Bamford's got 14, Calvert-Lewin's 14, Vardy has 13, Ollie Watkins has got 12, and Kane, of course, way out in front with a whopping 21 goals this season for Tottenham, and it wasn't for them 21 goals. You wonder how far down the table Tottenham would actually be. They're currently 7th at the moment, but they could have been as far as the bottom half of the table if it wasn't for his goals. Anyway, here's Laley for Leeds, hits it against the defender there, which was Webster, and it was a terrific shot. It might have been going towards goal. It was going at a rate of knots, that is for certain. But it still remains 1-0 to Brighton as we go into the 11th minute of the second half. And again, Bamford has to do a bit of work against Lewis Dunk, but Dunk gets it back to his goalkeeper. Bamford's still putting him under a lot of pressure, but Sanchez got it away very competently. But the ball was picked up by Strick. Can Leeds find an equaliser from somewhere to get themselves back in the match? 1-0 to Brighton. Can they find an equalising goal? Live on exclusive YouTube commentary on JB Sports. No other YouTube channel's got live commentary of this tantalising relegation and European football encounter, which could affect Leeds' European hopes. If they lose, that's it. Surely their outside chance of maybe the Conference League is gone. And also there's and also it will announce Brighton's opportunity to stay up, because they'll be up to, it will be 14th position with 37 points, and then would have a better goal difference than Southampton. Remember, Brighton have not won in 4 matches, lost, draw, and a loss last time out. Leeds unbeaten in 6 games and have scored something like 12 goals in the process, as Ocampo now tries to weave a bit of magic on the right-hand side, and he finds his way. It's a goal kick. Ocampo is not happy. He thought he came off East Basuma last, and Leeds are not happy. They're preparing another substitution, actually. And, well, maybe it's Brighton's day by the looks of it. A little bit of frustration creeping in to be able to side it. Maybe it's going to be a rare off day for them. But the main target for Leeds this season was Premier League survival, and they've achieved it with quite a lot to spare this season. And the newly promoted side have done extremely well. Bamford is coming off, I think. No, is he? No, he's staying on for the time being. Looks as if from where we were sitting, Bamford was going to be coming off, but I think the referee is going to allow to play on, and I think in the next break of play, the substitution can be made. That's a foul, surely, by Welbeck, and a free kick inside the area to Leeds, and there comes the substitution. And indeed, it's Bamford, who's had a disappointing day by his standard. He'll stay on 14 goals this season, and surely it wasn't his day for the England wannabe. And on in his place, as we see Bamford withdrawn, is Rodrigo Moreno. We'll shorten his name to Rodrigo. Can he find a miracle here for Bielsa's side, who trailed by a goal to 0? We're coming up towards the 60th minute, everybody. So it's time to get your thinking caps on and get writing in that live chat as well on the right-hand side of your screen, because we're going to be opening up in just over 30 seconds from now, man of the match, as the ball is spread forward and Ocampo takes possession there, but Webster was strong enough in the challenge. Basuma gets it to Welbeck now on this left-hand side, and can Basuma keep it in the left-hand side? He can. He's done well there. He's up against Ocampo, and he's done terrifically well just to get the ball back. Brighton keep a possession remarkably well here. Webster back to Dunk. Dunk takes a couple of touches and then plays it in. Now Webster finding Dan Burn, who's been here, there and everywhere. We are now opening the vote for the man of the match now. So you've got half an hour to choose the player that you want to see win man of the match. Name of the player and hashtag it with JBMOTM, please. We'd like to hear from you, folks. And a foul there. And a foul there on Veltman, is it? Oh, it was Webster, rather. Webster, free kick. And that's Rodrigo's first contribution to push Adam Webster in the back. So there are the two substitutions. Poveda, we're going to change it to. Not Ocampo, although. So Poveda is the man as the rain now starts to pour heavily here at the Amex Stadium. Free kick. It's going to be Pascal Gross to take it. Gross sends it into the danger zone once again. And a chance there for a second. Oh, it's on the roof of the net. There's a bit of a scramble in there, and it was Ben White, the former Leeds defender, almost getting a second goal against his old club there. A little bit of a scramble there. And in the end, Ben White got in there and almost knocked in a second goal there for Leeds United. So 11 attempts to 7 in Brighton's favour. They've had 4 on target, and Leeds have had 2 on target. And Bielsa still crouching down beneath me here. The dugout's just below me here. The rain comes streaming down here in Sussex on the south coast. Not a good day beside the seaside in Sussex. For Leeds United, the Yorkshire side. And the ball almost given away, but back does Llorente. With a slip there from Cox, or rather Struck, as he gets that ball out to the far side. Leeds have got 28 minutes plus time added on. Remember, the man of the match vote is on now, folks. You've got 28 minutes to get your votes in, and we get a clear man of the match winner. If not, it'll be down to me. But here's Ayling for Leeds. And here's Poveda. Poveda Tez. We're going to call him Poveda and not Ocampo. Ball played in there towards Rodrigo, but he miscontrolled it on the edge of the area. But well run there by Llorente. And here's Ayling. Leeds are not going to give up this ghost by any means. Good football again. Now Poveda. Poveda now down the right-hand side. Ayling on the overlap. And he's miscontrolled it, Luke Ayling. And he knows that was a great opportunity there to Leeds. They were breaking really well on that right-hand flank as well. And a real problem there. It's just not coming off for Bielsa's side. It's just one of those things at the moment. That's Dan Burn. Takes the throw then down below me. Deep inside the Brighton half for Brighton. Not a good throw. Ayling with the header. Klitsch now to Koch. And now back to Click again. Koch is there in support, and he gets the ball out towards the far side. Harrison with the cross. Oh, he's overhit that. And Poveda will keep it in now. Poveda, good skills. But Burn holds him off. Ayling is in there, and Burn again holds him off. But Ayling has still got possession. And Ayling in again from the byline. It's a poor cross. There was nobody in maroon in the penalty area. Well, inside the 6-yard area, rather. And a goal kick, or a free kick, rather, has been given there. But Dan Burns had a terrific match at the back there, I can tell you. I tell you what, if the Brighton fans were there, they'd be buzzing, they'd be singing their heads off. There would be a bounciness to the stadium. As it is, there's nobody, only commentators, players and officials and pressmen here. It's really sad to see, really. There's banners over opposite me in the stand over on the far side, a 3-tiered stand, as Webster gets that forward. But Ayling's there to intercept for Leeds United. Hopefully we'll have some crowds back in the last 2 Premier League games. Manchester City have done their bit earlier on. They beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Now, if Liverpool win, that's it. The title holders will give Manchester City the title come this time tomorrow. So Liverpool will be looking to do Manchester City a huge favour if they can tomorrow. United must win that game at Old Trafford to keep their faint hopes alive and to stop Manchester City clinching it again. It'll be 2 trophies in a week for Manchester City if United lose tomorrow. Here's Burn for Brighton, who need the points for other obvious reasons. A deeper cross this time on the volley, and a great appeals for a penalty there. As Feldman volleyed it right-footed, he appealed for handball, but it's still Trossard, and that's a poor ball. It was behind Pascal Gross, and oh my word. The nerves are jangling now in this for Brighton now. They lead 1-0, but should have really put the game out of Leeds' reach. But they still are in this Leeds. As Brighton come charging forward once again. And a ball into Trossard. Trossard, good turn, good shimmy, good swivel. Turning Dallas one way and the other. And a chance for Mopai, who puts it wide. And it might have been a shade behind him as he struck it with the side of his right foot, and he struck it wide of the right-hand post. And another glaring opportunity, and I think he had more time than he thought. And he could have had a lot more time there to take a touch. And no, you can't give a penalty for that. His arms are down by his side. It would have been, again, incredible harsh. And Harrison also was only 3 yards away from when the shot was struck. So I think it would have been incredibly harsh for referee Chris Kavanagh and the VAR ref Jared Gillett to have given a penalty there. It would have been extremely harsh. But it's still Brighton who lead by a goal to nil as we come up towards the 67th minute mark. As we come up to the halfway mark. Remember the Man of the Match award. Name of the player you want to see win. Hashtag it JBMOTM. We want the votes coming in, folks. Get voting, everybody. Anyway, here come Leeds United looking for this equaliser. Here's Proveda, number 7. Also got Ocampo in his day, but it's Proveda on the back of his shirt. We're going to go off on the back of his shirt now. Proveda keeps the ball alive. Welbeck puts him under a little bit of pressure. Finds Strick, who gets it out to the far side. Now then, chances here for Leeds if they can get their head up. Harrison with a cross. It's another disappointing cross from the left-hand side from Jack Harrison. We expect a lot better from players of his undoubted quality. And the goalkeeper Sanchez took the ball again under no great pressure. As we see some of the Leeds substitutes there. Patrick Bamford with a face mask over him, looking, you have to be honest, rather dejected. And it has been that sort of game, really. Earlier today, Manchester City won 2-0 at Crystal Palace. They only need Liverpool to beat Manchester United tomorrow, and the title will be theirs. 2 trophies gained within a week, within a space of 7 days. They won the League Cup. They won a very one-sided League Cup final 1-0 last week against Tottenham, who were, quite frankly, an absolute disgrace, really, to the 2,000 supporters that turned up at Wembley last week. Anyway, here's Ben White for Brighton, a former Leeds man, but he hits the ball aimlessly out of play on the far side, and it will be a throw-in to Leeds. Graham Potter just wanting more from his side, telling them not to panic there, and it's pretty. They're just hitting 1 or 2 wayward balls. They've missed 1 or 2 good opportunities that could have put the game beyond the reach of Leeds United. This is Trossard now from the throw-in, far side. He's run out of pitch. Leeds throw-in in line with their own 18-yard box. They need to get it forward now, Leeds. We've got just over 20 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Don't forget the Man of the Match award. I want to see votes coming in for that, please. Name of the player, and then you hashtag it with JBMOTM. But what a game it has been. But Brighton should be more than the 1 goal they're ahead by. We're just coming towards the final 20 minutes here, and Luke Ayling has not had a good game by his own standards. Has conceded another throw. And now Byrne will take the throw for Brighton, and he finds Welbeck with it. Welbeck does well, and surely a foul there by Click. But no, says the referee. Referee says no, so a goal kick to Leeds, who has 20 minutes away from defeat and possible and any European hopes being dashed with it. If we're going to reach next season's UEFA Conference League, of course. And I'm afraid we're going to have to stop that. And I'm afraid that if you're going to... We've got a message, but we're going to report there's been another... there's been a nasty message, and hopefully YouTube will see the sense to delete that comment as well. Anyway, back with the match, and we don't approve of swearing. We don't approve of any racism on this channel. We don't approve of anything, folks. So keep your comments clean. We are a family show. Thankfully, we've got 7 moderators on at any one time, so you will be struck and reported. We don't condone any of that sort of behaviour on this channel. The ball back to Sanchez, and Sanchez gets the ball out. Does ever so well to find Lewis Dunk, who gets the ball forward. And no foul there on Mopai. Play on, says the referee. Tyler Roberts now for Leeds. Sprays the ball out towards the far side. And back comes Ben White there. Good control again by Ben White. Amazing performance it has been from Brighton. They've certainly held on in there. And if they get that victory, I don't think many Leeds supporters will begrudge them that result today, unless Klitsch can find something now. Roberts goes down, and the ball breaks to Rodrigo inside the box now. The referee's got a big decision to make, and he doesn't make anything of it. I'd like to see that one again. Was there a foul here on Tyler Roberts? Well, if anything, it was outside the box. Let's see that again. It certainly broke to Rodrigo, who had an opportunity to level it up at 1-1, but the referee, Kavanagh, didn't want to know. And here comes Proveda, and he's played that behind, but he's kept that in there, Harrison, and good run in there by Dallas. Trossard, the defender, and Trossard is fuming. He feels that's a poor decision, and Trossard's thrown the ball away in complete disgust, and Chris Kavanagh wants words with him. Mopai is trying to lend an ear to the conversation and stick up for his colleague. He's clearly there, pushed him in the back. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Trossard is of the belief that Dallas made a meal of it, but Dallas is not the sort of player to go down that easy, if I'm being honest. Free kick. 73 minutes and 73 and a half minutes gone. Remember the man of the match award. Name of the player. Hashtag it JBMOTM, please. Free kick. Can Leeds get themselves in the game, back into the match? Harrison with it. Far side. A deep one this time towards Provida rather. Kept in by Byrne. Tyler Roberts picks it up. Provida again. Plays the ball back now once more. And Proveda now right at the inside of the penalty area. And Roberts chips it in there. Ailing with a cross in there. And what a cool bit of play by Lewis Dunk to chest the ball back to his goalkeeper Sanchez. That was magnificent play. Coolness personified by the veteran Brighton centre-back. Look at that. What impudence and what cheekiness from Lewis Dunk. But he's a confident boy. Lewis, been at the club now for many, many years. One of Brighton's more longer-serving players. And he's certainly still going about his business now in that famous blue and white striped shirt of Brighton. But at the moment, it's still 1-0 to the Seagulls. But Leeds are big battlers. Hopefully, they'll have that famous Yorkshire spirit and that Yorkshire grit that might see them over the line. Yellow card brandish to Trossard. And I think one foul too many. And also that the fact that he's spoken out of the line to Chris Kavanagh on more than one occasion sort of contributed to him going in the notebook. Anyway, here comes Leeds again. Provider again. And still Provider. He's got Ailing out on the right-hand channel. Back in field to Provider again. Edge of the area. Provider past one. And he goes down in installments. Referee doesn't want to know. Welbeck now to bring it away. Clinch now picks up the loose ball. Good football again. And now the ball breaks and the shot comes in and over the top. Stuart Dallas Rober with the shot, right-footed. And over the top it went. Right across there. Duncan only got it half away. And the shot from Dallas hit it through, but hit it way too high there, the Leeds player. And it remains 1-0 as we go towards the final quarter of an hour. Plus any time added on. We've got about 13 and a half minutes plus time added on to go. You can still vote for man of the match, folks. Name of the player, hashtag it JBMOTM, please. You've got a chance to vote. Otherwise, it'll be down to me to pick the man of the match. The ball chipped forward. And that has not been kept in by Mopai on the near side. It'll be a throw to Leeds in line almost with their 18-yard box on the near side. Leeds are preparing their third change. Brighton, as far as I can make out, have not even used one substitution in the time that they've been playing. It's been a terrific performance from them as we come towards the final 13 minutes. Oh, the ball just got back to Meslier. And now they just have to put their foot through it and get it away. And they have done, Leeds, to be fair. Clutch has the ball. Lovely touch back inside. Now Koch has it for Leeds. Can they find an equalising goal here? The ball played towards Ailing. Bielsa telling them where to play it at the moment. Provider now to find Laurenti. And now Strick. They surely must find an equaliser now, Leeds. They've got nothing to lose here. Outside chance of European football next season is on the line for them. They are guaranteed a second successive year in the Premier League. It's Gross, in fact, who picks up the booking and not Trossard. Okay, so mistaken identity from your match commentator there. Very rare mistaken identity. Anyway, here's Trossard, who has not been booked. Coming away now, he's got Mopai in the middle. Trossard cuts in from the right. And he's got Basuma with it. Basuma! Oh, what an awful effort from the edge of the area. He's hit it so tamely with the inside of his right foot. And he's hit it about 2 yards wide of the right hand upright. It almost went nearer the corner flag than the goal, quite frankly. Anyway, here comes the substitution. Laurenti is gone. He's off. Pablo Hernandez comes on. He's trying to force this equaliser. And Yekan Match will come on for Brighton. And here come Brighton again. Leeds in all sorts of defensive misplaces here. Here's Welbeck inside the area. Mistake. And he's been punished in a fall. Danny Welbeck. He makes it 2-0. And Leeds have been punished for some really poor defending. We will change the scoreboard in a second because we want to just talk you through this because from a Leeds point of view, it was an unbelievable comedy of errors. Danny Welbeck took full advantage and hit it superbly well with his left foot into the right-hand corner. And that should give Graham Potter's men the 3 points. They tried to play out from the back again. It was Mellier's kick. What were they thinking of there? That was a poor kick. And then Leeds got themselves into a real tangle there. The ball only half away, came to Welbeck, who turned the defender, which was Strick, who tried to get the ball away. It was so casual. It was unbelievable. Tried to flick it up, and in the end, Welbeck turned him almost on the old sixpence, if you like, and has made it 2-0. And that surely now puts the game beyond the reach of Leeds United now. 2-0. They don't need to worry about it now. We're just changing the scoreboard over now to 2. There we go. So 2-0 to Brighton, and game surely set a match as far as they're concerned now. 2-0 it is. A super goal. And with 10 minutes to go to the end, surely now that's all over now. Don't forget the man of the match, people. And it looks, name of the player, hashtag it JBMOTM. And now Leeds have got it all to do. 2-0, they trail to Brighton, who have, on the day, really have been much the better side. And they'll do the double if it stays this way over Leeds in terms of the Premier League. They won 1-0 at Ellen Road. And now they're on course to do the double. 81 minutes on the clock as Harrison has been fouled there by Veltman. So Leeds have it all to do now. They need to find something like 2 goals in 9 minutes plus stoppage time if they're going to get back into this game. Remember, we've got the classifieds coming up at around 5 o'clock British time here. As Harrison sends this free kick, a much deeper one now to Proveda. But Dan Burn gets there at the back stick and nods it away out the arm's way for the moment anyway for Brighton. But here's Proveda now. Down the right-hand side, he's in the area. But back came Pazuma on the cover inside his own penalty area. Took the ball well, but he's given it straight away. Again to Hernandez. Hernandez gets the cross in. Finds Proveda. Proveda knocks the ball back to the edge of the area. Shot comes in and wide from Klitsch, and a goal kick. It is to Brighton and Hove Albion. They're all going way past the left-hand far post. And Brighton will be quite happy for those to go past their posts and behind all day long. They're very happy at the moment. And Trossard has gone off for Brighton. And on in his place comes Yarenbach, who's a terrific player. Scored a terrific goal last season, you may remember, against Bournemouth here. But Brighton are on course for 3 crucial points, which could have so much implications on the bottom of the table. And Fulham, well, it'll be a dreading moment for Scott Parker's men, who have got to play Chelsea in just over an hour's time. And they lose that one, then they're as good as down as far as I'm concerned. But the way that Thomas Tuchel has got Chelsea going, you can only see one winner in that one. But they've only picked up draws for them, and that's been the problem. And now Basima now for Brighton. They want to make it even more absolute if they can. But 2-0, I think, is just about right. They've deserved it on the balance. I don't think the most argument Leeds United supporter will moan too much about this. Their main job this season was to stay in the Premier League. Europe was always going to be a bonus for them. But really, on the balance of play, it's been a great day for the Seagulls here down on the south coast. Not a good trip to the seaside for Leeds, who just haven't really enjoyed the trip at all. It's been a shaking experience for them, really, this afternoon. 6 minutes left. Plus time added on. And here we go now. 2-0. And really, it has been a remarkable sequence of events. It was a mistake by the defender Strick. Ball across Melier, who could do little about it, and Danny Welbeck, who's been under fire from a lot of sources, has been injured for a lot of the season. But that's a great moment for Danny, the former England man, and a great moment for Brighton, as they now will surely get towards 36 points. And it was, well, if you saw that now, I remember, and I've just seen a picture of Graham Potter and Yekenbach. He was waiting to come on at that time. They knew that was an important second goal. And now Brighton are surely as good as safe now, 37 points, with a better goal difference than Southampton, who have actually played a game less than Brighton. But they're one behind their fierce rivals from Crystal Palace as well. So, but that's a great result for Brighton if they can just keep it the way it is now. They've been terrific to watch. They've really taken their goals superbly well. And I don't think there's any doubt about it. Looks like I'm going to have to choose man of the match unless someone in the next 4.5 minutes chooses one for me. Name of the player, please, and then hashtag it with JBMOTM. And Leeds give it away again in their own half, and Bissouma's won it, or has he? He's been penalised. So 2-0 to Brighton as they now look to try and just make sure they get the points in the bag. It's been a tough examination for Leeds United today. But at the end of the day, it's a lead that Leeds have really merited. A lead that Brighton have really merited. It's been a tough old ask for Leeds today. It really has. The first defeat in 6 games. Here's Harrison. 3.5 minutes to play. Dallas can't touch it back to Harrison. Too many blue shirts back there, and Brighton can bring it away with Yekambac. He's a terrific little talent, this fella. And he's played the ball to Bissouma, who's trots over the halfway line. And he's virtually unchallenged. He's playing it towards Yekambac again. And here he is getting the ball from Welbeck, this time on the near side. And Webster. I have to say, Byrne, Webster, Dunk and White amongst them have all had magnificent games. And I think we're going to have a little bit of I might have to have a big choice here for man of the match. Here's Ben White, who's had a sensational game at the back, and he's not been afraid to pop forward whenever he's needed to. As we come towards the last knockings here at the Amex Stadium. Leeds have had all the possession, but it's all been in vain as the foul comes in there. Apologies for the noise in the background. Yellow card for Luke Ayling, or Robert Rodrigo it might have been. And really it's been a chasing experience for Leeds United this afternoon as Webster went flying over there. And he picks up a yellow card for his troubles. 2 minutes left to play. And now Rose to take the free kick for Brighton. We're going to see another substitution there. Again, apologies for the sound. And it's going to be number 15, Moder, that's going to come on now. As Gross takes the free kick now for Brighton. 2-0, they lead. And it could be a third one. No, on the roof of the net. A header came in there. And I think it might have been, I'm just trying to make out who it might have been. But it was a free kick there. And in fact, it was Adam Webster. And amongst the crowd, seeing that from about 12 yards, looped a header over Melier, but over the top of the crossbar. And it still remains 2-0 as we now go into the final 65 seconds of normal time. I'm going to choose the man in the match because no one really has thought about it. So I'm going to choose the man in the match. And I'm going to go for a Brighton player. And I'm actually going to go for Trossard. I'm going to go for Trossard. I think he's had a terrific game. So Trossard is our man of the match. As Danny Welbeck now comes off for Brighton to be replaced here by Jakob Moder. It's been a terrific afternoon for Brighton and Hove Albion, and this result should surely now see Lewis Dunk and his troops completely and utterly safe. He's actually been named the television man of the match, Lewis Dunk, and he wasn't far off in my thoughts either. Anyway, 20 seconds to go of the match, and the ball back to the goalkeeper, who kicks away, and Byrne chests it down, finds Bissouma, and now Poveda intercepts for Leeds. They need to find 2 goals in 8 seconds now of normal time. it's not going to be possible. We'll get an indication from John Brooks, the fourth official, how much longer there's going to be. We played the 90th minute. Our man of the match is Leandro Trossard. 3 added minutes now. And then surely Brighton, if they play it right, will win the match and win it comfortably. They've really performed magnificently well on the day and deserve their 2-goal victory. Here's Dan Burn now for Brighton, and he gives the ball here and towards Mulder, who gets his first touch. And Mulder gets it out to number 34 here, which is Beltman. And now Mulder keeps the possession, and that's a throw in to Brighton in line with the 18-yard box of Leeds. Bielsa frustrated, and he cuts a forlorn, frustrated figure down below me. Can't still speak any English at the moment, Bielsa, but it's been a real off day for Leeds United, who we've seen many times on JB Sports this season. They beat Newcastle 5-2 at Ellen Road. In one game we covered, and they beat Villa 3-0, which put them third at one point in the Premier League table. But today, it's not going to be their day. And we're going to see Alexis McAllister, who's going to come on now for the last knock-ins. The last 90 seconds. He'll get a 90 seconds break here as Mopai, I think, might be the man that he's going to be replacing. Indeed he is. I think. No, it's not. It's Basuma, rather. Basuma. Basuma's the man being replaced. Gets a pat there, gets a hug from Graham Potter and the assistants. They've really deserved it today, Brighton. I don't think you can argue that. Aziz Basuma comes off and Alexis McAllister comes on. So a great result then for Brighton and Hove Albion with 1 minute of stoppage time remaining here at the Amex Stadium here in Sussex on the South Coast. It's been a chasing and experience by the sea for Leeds, whose European dreams literally have fallen into the sea this afternoon into the English Channel. But it's Brighton's day, and here's Gross. And Yekenbach could make it even more safe. Shot comes in, and the ball hooked out for a corner kick to Brighton, who's got 30 seconds now just to take their time within the walls and bring about a famous victory over Leeds United. And, of course, on top of that, do the double over Bielsa's men. It's been a very good performance all around. Graham Potter must be one delighted manager right now. 10 seconds of stoppage time to go. And Gross will take the corner. Far side, in it goes. Oh, they all went in there. Still might come to Yekenbach, and he's still got it. And there goes the full-time whistle from referee Chris Kavanagh. A terrific result for Brighton and Hove Albion. A victory which was richly deserved on the balance of play. Please will point to the fact that they had more possession throughout the match, but really in terms of the scoreline, I don't think there was any doubt about it. Pascal Gross got the first after Welbeck was tricked in the penalty area by Alaruski, who was later substituted at half-time. And then the second goal came towards the end of the second half. It was a mistake by the defender there, Strick. He kept the ball away by stupidly trying to kick it away. Welbeck turned him on a sixpence and shot across into the right-hand corner. That came 11 minutes from the end. And Brighton take the spoils by 2-0 here at the Amex Stadium this afternoon. So a great result for Graham Potter's men, which puts them now 14th in the table, just above Burnley and Southampton. And above Southampton on a better goal difference, although Southampton do have one game in hand as everybody fist pumps and shakes hands and God knows more what else. Graham Potter, a very happy young manager here. And that result may have just kept Brighton in the Premier League for a 4th consecutive year. And what a result it has been for them. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then after that, we'll bring you a full classified check of all today's football from England, Scotland, and Wales, from across the UK. And we'll try and get you a bit of reaction, if we can, from the Amex. But the final score here at the Amex. It's finished Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Leeds United 0. And we'll be back in 5 minutes with the classified football results. And welcome back to the Amex Stadium. JB in the commentary box. You've heard live on JB Sports this afternoon. Brighton 2, Leeds United 0. That was the full-time score. Trossard got our Man of the Match award. In a few moments' time, we'll be bringing you the full classified checks from around the country, from England, Wales and Scotland, of course. And we'll just
celebrate with Peterborough United. Congratulations to them.
Just bring back as well. Let's just check of what's been happening elsewhere in around the country. Barrow 1, Southend 2. Southend have sort of still stayed up, are still up for the time being. They could still go down, but they're running out of time and games. As things stand, Hull and Peterborough look like they're going up into the Peterborough look like they're going into the Championship next season. Sunderland and Lincoln will have to make do with playoff places. Certainly Sunderland will certainly well. Accrington down there. Rochdale are relegated. Northampton could still join them. Swindon are already down, and Bristol Rovers rock bottom in that table. Rochdale 1, Doncaster 2, and that means that Rochdale are relegated to League 2 at the end of the season. Barrow 1, Bolton 1, Exeter 1, that's still going. Forest Green 2, Tranmere 0, Grimsby 1, Port Vale 0, Leyton Orient 2, Carlisle 3, Newport 1, Cheltenham 0. They're all games that are going on. Morecambe has still got a chance of maybe going up automatically. They'll go within 2 points of Cambridge and Bolton, who have missed chances possibly to go into League One next season. There's been another goal elsewhere around the country. Where Blackburn's ended 1-1, and Exeter have scored at the University of Bolton Stadium. So Bolton have really missed a chance there to get promotion. They have missed because Bolton have lost. It looks as if they're losing 2-1 to Exeter City. Sweeney with the goal, 6 minutes into stoppage time. Forest Green have scored another goal at Tranmere. Full time at the New York Stadium. Rotherham 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. Wing with a late equaliser for Rotherham, who still are running out of time to stay in the division, but at least they've given themselves an opportunity. So 1-1, it's finished there at the moment. We're just waiting for more full times to come charging in. Remember, Brighton have won 2-0 against Leeds. That scoreline is still going to stay up there. But we're concentrating on all the other Football League issues and the International League as well. And several other outstanding issues here at the end of the season. Wimbledon 1, Portsmouth 3 is a result in League 1. In the Scottish Premiership, it's ended Dundee 0, Ross County 2, Hibernian 0, St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1, Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 2, Kilmarnock 0, and St Mirren 1, Hamilton Academicals 2. Rangers and Celtic incidentally play each other tomorrow, both with a 20-point gap. In fact, Rangers have 93 points and 73 points for Celtic. Wickham are almost there to win against Bournemouth. That could derail Bournemouth's promotion prospects now. They're still in the playoff zone, despite if they do lose. They've played nearly 6 minutes of injury time. Ikpuzu scored after 4 minutes in that game. Full times are coming in. Torquay 3, Eastleigh 1 in the National League. Wealdstone 0, Yeovil 2, also in the National League. League 1, Northampton 0, Blackpool 3. And Bolton have lost 3-1 against Exeter. Hull, the champions of League 1, have beaten Wigan by 3-1. So Hull, who were already up last week, have won there. Remember, Chelsea Fulham at 5:30 and Aston Villa away at Everton at 8 o'clock. You can see all that going across the ticker. So let's get the full classified check then, I suppose, from England, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. So let's get a full classified check for you. Beginning as always with the Premier League. Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Leeds United 0. Chelsea against Fulham is an evening kickoff. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 2. And Everton against Aston Villa is also an evening kickoff, this time at 8 o'clock. Sky Bet Championship. Birmingham City 0, Cardiff City 4, Brentford 2, Watford 0, Huddersfield 1, Coventry City 1, Luton 1, Middlesbrough 1, Millwall 4, Bristol City 1, Norwich 4, Reading 1, Preston 2, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Stoke City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 2, Swansea City 2, Derby County 1, and Wycombe Wanderers 1, Bournemouth 0. Sky Bet League 1, Accrington Stanley 1, Charlton Athletic 1, Wimbledon 1, Portsmouth 3, Bristol Rovers 0, Crewe Alexandra 1, Burton Albion 1, Gillingham 1, Fleetwood Town 1, MK Dons 1, Hull City 3, Wigan 1, Northampton 0, Blackpool 3, Peterborough United 3, Lincoln City 3, Plymouth Argyle 1, Sunderland 3, Rochdale 1, Doncaster Rovers 2, Shrewsbury Town 2, Oxford United 3, and Swindon Town 1, Ipswich Town 2. League 2, Barrow 1, Southend 2, Bolton Wanderers 1, Exeter City 2, Bradford City 0, Scunthorpe United 0, Colchester United 1, Salford City 0, Forest Green 2, Tranmere Rovers 1, Grimsby 1, Port Vale 0, Leyton Orient 2, Carlisle United 3, Mansfield Town 4, Oldham Athletic 1, Newport County 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Stevenage 3, Crawley Town 3, and Walsall 0, Morecambe 2. Panorama National League, Altrincham 1, Notts County 1, Barnet 0, Dagenham Redbridge 2, Halifax 0, Stockport County 1, Hartlepool against Chesterfield is an evening kickoff, Kingsley Town 0, Maidenhead United 0, Sutton United 3, Aldershot 1, Torquay United 3, Eastleigh 1, Wealdstone 0, Yeovil Town 2, Woking 2, Weymouth 4, and Wrexham 2, Solihull Moors 1. Now the Scottish Premiership. Dundee United 0, Ross County 2, Hibernian 0, St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1, Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 2, Kilmarnock 0, and St Mirren 1, Hamilton Academicals 2. Scottish League 1, Clyde 2, Dumbarton 0, Cove Rangers 0, Adrianians 2, Falkirk 1, Montrose 2, and Peterhead 1, Forfar Athletic 2. League 2, Albion Rovers 1, Brecon City 1, Annan Athletic 1, Cowden Beef 1, Edinburgh City 2, Elgin City 0, and Stirling Albion 2, Stranraer 2. Welsh Premier Division, Barry Town 1, Bala Town 4, Carnarvon 2, Penny Bont 2, Connors Quay against the Nuisance, that's an evening kickoff, and Flint Town United 2, Aberford West County 0. And finally, in Ireland, the Danske Bank Premiership, Ballymena 3, Glenavon 1, Coleraine 2, Cliftonville 0, Crusaders against Larne is an evening kickoff, Glentoran 0, Linfield 0, and finally, Portadown 1, Warren Point Town 2. And that's the full-time scores. So Manchester City, with that win against Crystal Palace, can, if Manchester United don't win or they lose against Liverpool tomorrow, sixth place Liverpool tomorrow, they can actually win the league without kicking a ball tomorrow. Manchester United, as I say, are 13 points adrift with 67 points. Leicester in third, but Chelsea creeping up now to fourth place. They've leapfrogged West Ham. Liverpool in sixth. Then come outside the top 6, you've got Tottenham in 7, Everton in 8th, Leeds United still there on 47 points despite their defeat today, so any European aspirations surely have fallen by the wayside there. Arsenal in 10th on 46 points. A real disastrous, well, not disastrous, but a real poor season from Arsenal's high standards. Bottom of the table, Sheffield United, as we all know, are already relegated. They have 17 points. Then the next bottom, still not relegated mathematically. West Bromwich Albion with 25, but they look as good as down. So it could well be that Sam Allardyce is going to be relegated for the first time as a Premier League manager. Fulham, who've got to kick off in about 20 minutes' time away at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, who are going terrifically well. They've got 27 points. Newcastle, then there's a big leap of 7 or 8 points. In fact, 9 points between Burnley and Newcastle, who both have 36 respectively. But Burnley have a better goal difference, so therefore they sit 16th with a minus 15 goal difference as opposed to Newcastle's plus minus 18. Southampton have got a point. They got a point yesterday, so they go to 37. Brighton moved to 14 with their superb victory over Leeds today. They go to 37 points and should be safe now. I'd be amazed if they do go down from that position. Same could apply for Crystal Palace, who have played a game less than Brighton. Wolves are safe with 41 points from 33 matches. And Villa complete the top half of the bottom half of the table with 45 points from 32 played. So it's not looking good for either West Brom or Fulham, who look odds-on favourites to join Sheffield United. But as regards to Championship, Norwich are up as champions with 96 points from 45 games. Watford are there with 88 points from 45. Brentford are third, 84 points from 45. They can't be caught. They're 4 points back. Swansea are in the playoffs. Bournemouth are in the playoffs. Barnsley are in the playoffs as well. Well done to those 4 teams, especially Barnsley. No one would have fancied them at the start, and that was superb. So Reading, Cardiff, QPR, Middlesbrough, Millwall and Luton, who complete the top 12, I'm afraid, all miss out in regards to the playoffs. Let's have a look at the bottom of the Championship. Of course, there's one game to play, and Rotherham United and Sheffield Wednesday and Wycombe could still get out of this. Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham and Wycombe all have 40 points. Derby County could still be caught on 43, although mathematically it's looking very difficult for Wycombe Wanderers, although effectively they are relegated but could still get out of it. Derby have a minus 22 goal difference and have 3 points above Rotherham, who have one game in hand, by the way. They've only played 44. So Rotherham, with that point, have really given themselves a chance to take another 6 points, plus Derby losing on the final day, and they will be relegated. Huddersfield are safe with 48 points from 45. Bristol City have 51 from 45. They're safe. Nigel Pearson has just signed a new deal there. Birmingham, who were beaten 4-0 by Cardiff today, they've got 52 points from 45, but they did all the hard graft a few games ago on the league bowyer, and surely they'll be stronger for next season. Then come Nottingham Forest with the same points, Coventry with the same points with a goal difference, minus 17 as opposed to Birmingham's 21, and then Forest have the same points, but they have minus 7. Blackburn have 54 from 45 with a plus 8 goal difference, amazingly. Stoke then come next, 3 points further forward with 57 points, and Preston 13th at the top of the bottom of the Championship with 58 points from 45. And again, it'll be just playing out the last day for them next season as well. Sheffield Wednesday, incidentally, the reason why they're in the position they're in, they were deducted, of course, 6 points earlier on in the season. All right, let's have a look at... I'm sure we'll want to have a look elsewhere. Sky Bet League One, the top of that. Well done to Peterborough United. They join Hull in the Championship next season. They drew 3-3 with Lincoln, but it was enough to take them through despite Sunderland winning by 3-1 at Plymouth. Lincoln are practically there. They've got 2 games. Blackpool should be there too, and so too Portsmouth. So Blackpool have a chance and Lincoln have a chance. Portsmouth have still got a lot of work to do. Oxford a point behind there, and Charlton could still catch 6th place. They have 2 games to play as opposed to Oxford's 1. MK Dons can't give it 65 from 45. Ipswich, Gillingham and Doncaster way out the picture, and it's a shame that Ipswich again miss out when they would have been most people's favourites to go up from League One this season, and I feel sorry for the Ipswich fans. A great club like them, with all their success in the past, it's a real shadow of their former selves. And the sooner they're back at the top 2 leagues of English football, the better. Rochdale are relegated. They join Northampton Town, who are also relegated today, and Swindon Town and Jelly Bottom's Bristol Rovers. They all go down to League 2 next season. Wigan survived by the skin of their teeth. They've got 48 from 45. Wimbledon just about survived with 50 points from 45. Plymouth have survived with 53 from 45. Shrewsbury are safe with 53 from 44. Then Burton in 16th with 57 from 45. Fleetwood are safe, of course, 60 points from their 45 games. Crewe Alexandra 63 from 45. And what a season for Accrington Stanley. They are going to finish no lower than 14th place in League One. The club with the lowest budget in the Football League have actually stayed up by 20 points, and we'll have another season of League One football next season. And well done, a big well done to Accrington Stanley, who deserve every point going. They are 13th with 64 points. A big well done to John Coleman and his men. Top of League Two, Cheltenham were up during the week. Michael Duff's side up there with 79 points from 45. Cambridge and Bolton both missed the chance. Cambridge lost last night, and so too did Bolton at home today. Morecambe won their match, and it goes to the final day. So Morecambe could still leap for Bolton or Cambridge into the top 3. Newport County, they're in the playoffs with 72 from 45. So too, you would think, Tranmere as well. Forest Green, not so sure. They're there, but they're a point clear of Exeter and Salford, who could conceivably both catch them. Carlisle are out a bit on 65 from 45, and Leyton Orient and Crawley Town will be quite happy with their returns, 61 from 45, both of them. But Leyton Orient have a better goal difference, but Leyton Orient just happy to be a Football League club, I'm sure, next year after all the trials and tribulations. And I can now confirm that Southend are relegated. Southend have been relegated alongside Grimsby Town, who were relegated in the week. 4-point gap cannot be bridged. Scunthorpe just about stay up by the skin of their teeth. They've got 48 points, so 4 points clear of Southend, who had 44 points from 45. Barrow stay up with 49 with 45. Colchester with 50. Walsall with 52. Oldham with 54. Mansfield with 55. Harrogate have stayed up comfortably in the end with 57 points from 45. Stevenage have the same amount of points, but a better goal difference than Harrogate. Bradford City, I hope they're nowhere near that end of the table again next season. A big club like them, an ex-Premier League club, and the same also applies to Oldham Athletic. They need to be out of that league next season. They're too big for that league. Port Vale complete the top end of League Two with 60 from 45. And I never want to see Bradford and Oldham down at that wrong end of League Two again. Two ex-Premier League clubs, big clubs in their own right. They shouldn't be down there. National League, still a bit to go in that yet. Torquay top by a point from Sutton. Then comes Stockport and Hartlepool. Halifax have still got a chance. Wrexham have been taken over by Hollywood. They've still got a chance of winning the playoffs. Chesterfield and Eastleigh battling it out for that 7th place. Chesterfield at the moment have that 7th spot, and more significantly are 2 games hand in hand over Eastleigh. And Wrexham also have a game in hand over Eastleigh. Bromley could still get in there as well. Notts County have still got an outside chance, but Dagenham and Redbridge and Maidenhead may just miss out this season. But it's a real battle at the top of that National League. Torquay, top, famous for faulty towers, but at the moment, Sutton still have a game in hand, so if they win, they will go back above Torquay. Kings Lynn can still stay up. Dover Athletic are out of it, obviously. Barnet are more or less doomed, you would think. There's still a long way to go, though, I suppose. they don't look good. But Kingsland can still get out of it. They're only about 3 points behind Woking. When come Wealdstone, Weymouth, Altrincham, Solihull Moors, who had a poor season by their standards, considering they've been in the hunt for the playoffs in the last 2 years. Then come Boreham Wood, Aldershot, and Yeovil. But Dover Athletic there, who haven't played a game, no points at all. Scottish Premiership, 93 points Rangers, the lead by Celtic by 20 points. They play each other tomorrow. Hibernian loss, and Aberdeen are fourth with 56. Hibernian have 59. Hamilton Accies can still get out of it. They're only 2 points off getting out of it. So that's the state of play. And around about 20 minutes past 5 here, we're on the south coast. And we're hoping to get a little bit of reaction soon from what's been a remarkable day's football in the Premier League. And it has been a remarkable day. We'll try and get a little bit of interviews from today's match between Brighton and Leeds. Brighton winning 2-0 and effectively, in my opinion now, surely staying in the Premier League for next season. And what an achievement it has been for them this year. And one can only imagine the pressure that was on Graham Potter. They lost to Sheffield United last week, and it was a very disappointing day for them. But that said, it was amazing to see what came out of that, really. But an amazing result, really, when you think about it for Brighton, because, you know, they were up against it. I mean, lost to Sheffield United last week. It would have been easy for them to steer an unfortunate course, but they've stayed up all right. And, but I think they've done enough now to stay in the Premier League. And it just proved that defeat to Sheffield United was a bit of a blip in a lot of respects, because if you put that logically, it's been a tough examination for them in terms of staying up in the Premier League. We're going to get a bit of reaction, hopefully, from Lindsay Hooper at the end of the day, and hopefully before we go a little bit later on. And Archie says he's a big Brighton fan. He's delighted. Well done to Archie and these Brighton troops. Well done. A deserved 2-0 victory for you this afternoon. Russ, I know my colleague and esteemed commentating colleague, is not so happy because his team have been beaten by 2-0 this afternoon. But I have to say it was a very good performance from Brighton indeed. Having done the commentary and seen the 90 minutes at first hand, I don't think there was much doubt who were the better side in the end. Leeds will point out that they had more possession and everything else, and that in a lot of respects is quite true. But at the end of the day, it's that what you can't deny is that they deserved it. So let's have a look at the stats in association with X-Ray. Let's have a look at the final statistics then. Brighton had 43% possession to Leeds' 57%. Brighton had 17 shots at goal to Leeds' 11. Shots on target, Brighton had 5. Leeds only had 2. Passes, 337 for Brighton. Leeds had 434. Pass accuracy, 80% Brighton, 82% Leeds. Tackles, 17 Leeds, 11 to Brighton. 25 clearances for Brighton, 13 for Leeds. Corners, 9 to Leeds, 2 for Brighton. 17 fouls Brighton, 6 to Leeds. No red cards and 1 yellow card each. And season statistics, Brighton were 17th, now 14th, and have won 8 games. And the Leeds have got Tottenham at home on May 8th, Burnley away on May the 15th, Southampton away on May the 19th, and they finished their season at home to West Bromwich Albion on May 23. So 4 games to go. Leeds surely will have done the job. Let's see if we can get a bit of reaction, of course, from today's match in association here with StreamYard. of course, being powered by StreamYard, so we want to give them a bit of a mention as well at the end of it all. So we're going to try and get a little bit of reaction if we can from whoever is out there at the moment. We are still trying to hopefully we'll get an interview with a couple of try and get an interview with a couple of the protagonists here with Lindsay Hooper. In just a second before we leave you, in about 6 minutes from now. And it's 6 minutes from now we'll resume our commentary. We'll leave you the coverage. Don't forget, 5:30, there's Chelsea Fulham. We're going to hear from one of the goal scorers now. And we're going to hear from, I believe, in just a minute or two, when we can sort the sound and stuff out, Danny Welbeck. And we'll sort that out in a second or two. But it was a great performance. Danny Welbeck was involved in both the goals, of course. He won the penalty, which led to the opening goal, of course. And that was an amazing moment for them. It was a bit 50-50 whether that was a penalty or not, but the referee gave it in Brighton's favour. And he gave Brighton a decision, and ultimately they scored from it through Pascal Gross, despite a great attempt by Meslier in the Leeds goal to say that he did guess right, but it was not enough for them. We're just waiting to hear from Danny Welbeck in just a second, and then when we do so, we will play that interview for you, and then we'll wrap up the programme as at the end of it there. But I have to say, brilliant performance from Brighton. This was a big game for them, considering they lost to Sheffield United last week. And if you take the context of the game, really, in the way that it went, I think a lot of people would not argue with the result in terms of the way the game went. In terms of a Leeds point of view, they were superb. I think on the day they were too good, I think, for Leeds. And as a result, do the double. Do the double over Leeds. Then we won 1-0 earlier on in the season in January. They won 1-0 at Ellen Road. So a fantastic performance. So we're just waiting to hear from Danny Welbeck, and as soon as we've heard from Danny, we'll be able to wrap up the show here. We've got about three or 4 minutes of the broadcast to go, and we'll be able to bring you that interview in just a second or two. We're just waiting. Just having 1 or 2 moments here. Try and bring you a little bit of reaction now. Let's hear from Danny Welbeck, who's been talking to Lindsay Hooper after the match.
Obviously getting the 3 points and, putting ourselves in a good position to avoid relegation. But I think with the squad that we have, and with the club we want to be pushing higher than just fighting for these places.
It sounds like you're not getting too carried away, but we did see celebrations at the end. It did mean a lot.
Yeah, it's obviously it was very important today. It's a great victory, and we knew it was up against a tough side. It was going to be a really intense game, and we had our game plan right, and we settled well, and we executed also. So yeah, it's obviously a joy to get the 3 points at the end of the night.
Yeah, I think we're having problems with Amazon with the sound there, but Danny Welbeck not getting carried away there. That's for sure. So thank you very much to everybody who has commented. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. It's been a great day for Brighton, not so for Leeds. I'm afraid that Scunthorpe have been. I'm afraid to say that Southend have been relegated from the Football League. Peterborough up from League One, and what a performance it has been! What a day it has been! As well, Rochdale are down as well. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but in the Premier League, Brighton 2 Leeds 0, enjoy the other two games. 5:30, which is about 2 minutes from kickoff. There's Chelsea against Fulham. That's on Sky. And then later on, there is Everton against Aston Villa, also on television as well. So you can enjoy those games for the rest of the evening. We're finished here on JB Sports. Brighton have done what they needed to do. They needed to beat Leeds, and they did it superbly. Gross from a penalty spot after 13 minutes, get them on their way. And then the second and crucial goal from Danny Welbeck after a mistake by the Leeds defence saw them over the line with a very, very well-deserved 2-0 victory. From me, JB, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care now, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.